Hello there everybody. In this video I'm counting down the top 10 LEGO Star Wars Revenge of the Sith sets. So these are my personal top 10 picks, so I'm sure there's going to be some controversial opinions and takes, so be sure to let me know your favourites in the comments as well as which ones do you disagree with. Respectfully, of course though. Now this is a video that I've been wanting to make for the entire year. It's the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and I thought this would be the perfect video to make for it. I was going to time it with the release, but unfortunately it kept getting delayed, but it's finally here now. Now one last thing to keep this list a little bit more interesting, if there is a set which has multiple versions and remakes, I'm going to choose my personal favorite, although saying that I must admit there are a few variations of the same type of vehicle, but they're technically a different one. You'll find out later. But anyways, enough rambling. So first up we have a set from the original 2005 wave. We have the General Grievous Chase. Now as a kid I was obsessed with this scene. I used to reenact it all the time, jumping across the couches with my Obi-Wan lightsaber.
Hello there.
We get a really great but simple wheel bike for Grievous, and it does also have a transformation feature which is really cool. We also get a really impressive Boga mold, especially for 2005. It's a really good size as well, although I can't help but think of Broccoli every time I look at the head. And hopefully they do remake this set again, they will include her this time around. And what's crazy is this set was only $14.99 here in the UK. Nowadays that would make the set like £20–30 more expensive. And then for minifigures we get the original General Grievous, and I just love this design for him, which gives me such nostalgia of trying to unlock him in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Then we also get a great Obi-Wan as well, my personal favourite character. So a really fantastic set, and it was a really good price, but I'm definitely biased because I love this scene. And coming in 9th place, I'm going to go with the ATP Walker, and I'm going to go with the version from 2019. I like the build a little bit more than the original version and the 2014 one. As well as I also think it has better minifigures. I absolutely love the droids in the Khajiit paint, as well as the Scout and Commander Trooper. And you can put the Commander on the gunner seat, as well as there's some interior to put the Trooper. So a really great build and some really cool minifigures. And coming in 8th place, one of the most iconic scenes from the movie, we have Darth Vaders Transformation. So even though I love the original one, that was such a fun smaller set, I'm going to go with the one from 2017. It's a little bit bigger with 282 pieces, and the build is a lot more accurate and nice in my opinion. And we also get some amazing minifigures. We get the Emperor, Darth Vader, as well as some medical droids, and then we also get Crispy Anakin. And like the name suggests, you do also get a transformation feature where you can spin Anakin around, then place the Darth Vader helmet onto him. So a really great play feature, and just a really cool set with some amazing minifigures, and it was a really good price. Alright, coming in 7th place, we found out why Anakin was crispy. We have Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. So this is the second one he used at the end of the movie, and I love the Interceptor build. Like I've said in some previous videos, it's one of my favorite Star Wars ships, and the design here looks great, and this is also the only time getting this version in LEGO form, where it has the green coloring. But what also makes this set really good is we get a small part of the Battle of Mustafar, where we can have Obi-Wan and Anakin facing off. Then the other highlight is definitely the minifigures. We of course get Anakin, who's a really great variation. He has one side being more angry and evil, then his second face is the Sith Eyes one. So a really fantastic minifigure. Then we get Obi-Wan, who unfortunately doesn't have leg printing. We get R2-D2, a security droid. Then we get Newt Gunray, who's a fantastic minifigure to get, especially in such a cheap set, as he's such a rare character. So we get some absolutely fantastic minifigures, a great Interceptor build, then a fun small part of the Battle of Mustafar for a really good price. Alright, coming in 6th place, we have Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive Booster Ring. Now this is one of those sets that I said at the beginning, where there's a few variations of the same type of vehicle. So just like Anakin's, this is actually Obi-Wan's second Interceptor. Apparently this was originally Sakura's, and she lent it to Obi-Wan. So that's some really cool lore I didn't actually know about. Now this is more of an old style Interceptor build where you can't actually put the droid inside of it, you only get the head, but it still looks really good. But what makes this so much cooler is the hyperdrive. It always looks so cool in the movies and I love the build here. It's also one of the few times we actually get it in LEGO form. And in terms of minifigures, we do get Obi-Wan, and then we also get Kit Fisto, who's a great figure to get, although as it is Sakura's, it would have been cool to get her instead. And coming in 5th place, we have the ARC 170. I'm going to go with the second version from 2010. I think it's a slight improvement over the original one, and it's also a much bigger and more impressive size than the newer one. And this is my personal favorite minifigure selection from all the arcs. We get some amazing pilots, and I love the helmet mold. We get R4, as well as Kit Fisto again. So another great set. I love the design and build for the arc, and we get some really good minifigs. Alright, coming in 4th place, we have another set which has a few remakes. We have the Clone Turbo Tank, but I'm going to go with the original 2005 version. So the second one probably has my favorite minifigure selection, as it's really cool to get Luminara and Quinlan. But the original one is just such a better build. It's a much bigger size and just looks a lot cooler. We also get some fun side builds like a speeder as well as a droid turret, and then 7 fantastic minifigures. We get a few battle droids and clone troopers, as well as a Star Corps member, which is a really great minifigure, a scout trooper, as well as Mace Windu with a light up lightsaber. Now I'm not too sure what Mace was doing in this set, but he's such a great minifigure to get, so I'm not too bothered. So a really fantastic build, and definitely my favourite of the turbo tanks from Revenge of the Sith. Alright, we are now entering the top 3, and this was so hard to rank, but coming in 3rd place, I'm going to go with a newer set, we have the ATP Walker. So this set released back in 2022 and it's one of my dream sets. I see it all the time on Amazon and in the store. And I believe it's retiring at the end of this year, so hopefully I can pick it up before it goes, as it would be a real shame not to add this to my collection. But the build is incredible. I've always loved the design for this. It's super detailed and accurate to the movie as well as the Clone Wars. Packed full of different turrets, and it also has a decent interior. We can fit all the different clone troopers inside of it. And then for a side build, we do also get a small spider droid. And then the minifigures are just as good as the build. We get a few battle droids, we get Commander Cody who looks fantastic, some 212 clone troopers, as well as a gunner trooper. So just such a cool looking and well designed set with some great minifigures. Alright, coming in second place, we have a super iconic and really wanted remake. We have Palpatine's Arrest. So this set came out all the way back in 2012, and I can't believe it's been that long since this set released. It contains 645 pieces, and for the build we get a small part of the Chancellor's office. It's really simple and not too detailed, and we do also get a little bit of the landing pad. But obviously the biggest draws to this set are the minifigures, which are exceptional. We get a really great and exclusive Chancellor Palpatine, but one of his heads is more normal and the second head is the Emperor's face where it's all scarred up. Then we also get an Anakin Skywalker variation where one face is normal, then the second face is more evil. And then for our Jedi, we get a Great Mace Windu, we get Kit Fisto, we get Kolar, and then finally Sassine. I think that's how you pronounce it. Both of which have amazing head molds and are super rare and expensive minifigures. So even though the build is very simple, it's just such an iconic scene with some great minifigures and would be a really cool remake. It'd make for a great playset or a really cool diorama, but whichever they choose, they should definitely add a feature in where you can have a spinning Palpatine, as that would immediately make it one of the best sets ever made. This was super hard to decide, but coming in first place we have the Ultimate Space Battle. So this was a part of the original 2005 wave, and like I said before in the video, I just love the Jedi Interceptors, and the opening scene to Revenge of the Sith is just so cool. Seeing that in the cinema for the first time was just a mind-blowing experience which I'll never forget. So for builds, we of course get Obi-Wan and Anakin's Interceptors, but with their more iconic color scheme used at the beginning of the film. We do also get R4 and R2's head, and we also get some of the droids vehicles. We get 2 Vulture droids as well as a droid Tri-Fighter, and then we do also get 2 Buzz droids. So the builds for this set are incredible, and it's also just such a fantastic price. Especially nowadays, as a set like this would be split into 4 different parts, where you'd have to buy Obi-Wan and Anakin's Interceptors separately, as well as the droid Tri-Fighter and the Vulture droids. We get 2 minifigures, the iconic Anakin Skywalker with the worst haircut ever, as well as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this was one of my childhood dream sets, so I'm definitely biased. But I just think the build is amazing. You get so much packed into it, 2 Interceptors and a bunch of droid vehicles, and some great minifigures. And that's it for my top 10 LEGO Star Wars Revenge of the Sith sets. Let me know what you think of this list, how much do you disagree with it, as well as which ones are your favourite sets. And also, which sets would you love to see be remade? As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.